Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you something really fun. I guess you can call this a little bit more of a showcase, and it's not something that will work specifically if you're, I don't know, like early mid-game, because it requires some specific champions. However, it's extremely fun because, as the thumbnail says, I'm actually using one epic and 4 rares to do this. And you know what? What's the better time of actually showing this team than now, when we have the tournament that requires us to be the spider using only dark elves? Well, guess what? This team shows exactly that. It's gonna be a team of 4 cold hearts plus 1 epic. This team obviously can be worked around and do, you know, you can still do different ways with it. I'm still gonna change it myself because for the sake of farming, I mean, it hasn't failed yet, but the team they're talking about is using Spider and 4 Cold Hearts. So basically what this team does is it just goes in there. Spider does his decreased defense and weaken if we're lucky, but you only need a decreased defense, and then the 4 Cold Hearts just drop those nukes in there. Like this one normally could even work with 3 Cold Hearts if I'm perfectly min-maxed my cold hearts. Like, look at this. If the weekend procs and you get a good percentage of damage, the 4th one doesn't even need to hit. So I guess the 4th one's actually kind of a backup. I'm actually keeping this one because, you know what, I'm not sure how many, yeah, I'm gonna farm a lot of spider anyway, so we're gonna get it. But let's watch this again. It's just a thing of beauty. So this team is either, like I said, it's either 8 seconds, as I showed on the thumbnail and here, or it's 9 seconds if the weekend doesn't proc, or the cold hearts, or like 10 as it looks here. I guess it's 10 because I'm recording, but bear in mind this one is like this because it's on a limited frame rate. So this one's on PC. If you try the same team maybe on the phone, it might be 11 or 12 seconds. Not a lot more, but still, you know, a little bit extra because of those unlimited frame rates. Now look at this, boom, 9 seconds. So this is pretty awesome. The variation that you can use for this team is like you can bring a Ladia instead of Spider, or you can bring a Ghostborn. The reason why Spider is so good is, one, because of his animations. You know, he has just quick animations. He doesn't have to hit, he doesn't have to do anything. He just, you know, does it. He does his thing, places the debuffs, and that's it. 2, he brings a speed lead. He brings a speed lead for dungeons by increases ally speed in dungeons by 25%. So that's huge. So if you want to specifically build stuff around him, you could even make cold hearts without any speed. Like, you know, you need to be faster than 150 for something like this, because that's the speed of the main spider, of the spider length. I think the main spider is like 100 speed. So as long as you go before the spider lengths at like 151, you're good. So with his speed lead, he straight up gives you 25 speed, for example, if you have a base speed of 100. So for them, they get like another, let's say, 20 speed. So they already have 114. So you just need to give your cold hearts 30 something speed to hit over 151, and boom, there you go. At the same time, what makes him really nice is the fact that he also brings an AoE decreased attack, and it decreases the duration of all buffs, but that doesn't really matter. This one's not 100%, but it can help. Like maybe if you know you fail to land the decreased defense in there and you don't kill the spider, having the decreased attack on the spider links could help. And then on day 1 he just like has a random that doesn't help anything else. The reason why this guy, maybe you haven't heard too much about Spider, is all because of the cooldown. Like, he's amazing. He doesn't care about affinity. He places AoE decreased defense, he places and has a chance to place the weaken, but the cooldown is on a 5-turn cooldown. That's maybe why, you know, like I said, you haven't heard too much about him being used for the sake of speed running stuff. But yeah, he's definitely amazing for the sake of dungeons. If you haven't tried to, I would suggest to try to use him. But let's run the same team now. Like I said, instead of Spider, I'm gonna bring Ghostborn in there because, like I said, Ghostborn makes it 100% reliable for me, because he will never get 3% resisted, because this debuff cannot be resisted. The only way he can get resisted is if he weak hits, which basically he doesn't get resisted, but he doesn't land that decreased defense on a weak hit. So if you're not facing magic, Ghostborn is just going to be amazing. I'm just going to run this once to show you how it works with Ghostborn and show you that this is, for example, the team that I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to quickly just show you the builds of the champions. So you get Heartseeker 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boom. This one's 10 seconds. It's reliable. It just slam, slam, slam. So let's have a look at the builds quickly. You know what? Let me just get my cold hearts out to make it easier. Let's look at Ghostborn first, and then we'll jump to everybody else. So Ghostborn for me is an immunity because I'm using him for my Dragon 25, Fire Knight 25, and Ice Golem 25. So I need as many buffs in there as possible. Plus the Blood Shield, plus all the craziness, you know. But he's just built fast with damage. Some accuracy to land the decreased defense on the A1 and the heal reduction A2, but mostly damage. That's mostly what he has. And then the mastery is on this side, obviously with War Master, because you want that extra damage on the bosses. Then let's have a look at Spider. Honestly, Spider, what you need him to be is, if you're going to use the Spider variation, you just want him fast, okay? Just want him to be the fastest and to have over the 200 accuracy, like go around to 220 to like 220, 230, maybe 250, just to be sure that he, you know, he cannot get resisted because he doesn't have high enough accuracy. But the only one that can happen would be the 3% that can always happen. And make sure he goes first. He has to go first because he has to go before the cold hearts, as when those heart seekers come in, he has to have the right, you know, the right damage. Then I have this slamming cold heart that's running savage, so it's gonna be quite a few savages in here. 202 speed, 70% crit rate, 298 crit damage, some attack and some accuracy. Like I mentioned, you don't need to be that fast. Your cold hearts can all be 151 speed after the boost, and you're good to go. The masteries, I even have Giant Slayer on this one because this is the one that I use for some other content as well. So Giant Slayer down this route, and then the support tree. Then let's go to my second one. My second one is my 25 specialist in reflex because I don't have a Chimar for the sake of resets. I'm hoping to proc her reflex whenever she does the Heart Seeker and I get the Renegade reset. So the runs are pretty fast. So she's running reflex plus double refresh. Again, like I said, she's fast, 70% crit rate. You do not need 100% crit rate. Keep that in mind. For the sake of Cold Heart, she gets an extra 30% chance to inflict a critical hit on this A3. This is all that you care about. If you don't have your Cold Hearts booked, you only care about having this one booked. The A3 is what it's all about on Cold Heart, especially for this team. So if you don't have, you know, if you don't have everything else booked, but you have this one, that's fine. You don't even need a cooldown for this team specifically, because they only go once and that's about it, you know. But yeah, this is my second Cold Heart. So basically, you know what, doesn't really matter how you have your Cold Hearts like built in what sets and all that. For this team specifically, you want as much damage as possible. You want, if you can, all of them to be in Savage or Cruels or stuff like that. And it's preferred to have these masteries that I have on this one if you're trying to copy this exact team, but you don't have you cannot hit those crazy stats that I had with in Savage gear. Just try to copy and make sure everybody has flawless execution, because for the sake of stage 20, you can do as much damage as you want because the damage is not capped. Then the other Cold Hearts, honestly, like look at this. Savage plus Cruel, I don't even have accuracy. I don't even care about accuracy for this one anymore because I already have the main one and the second one, they have accuracy. So let's say one of them fails to drop the turn meter. In case something fails and happens, the other one comes and drops the turn meter, you know. But if you're 100% sure, like for example, if you can use the Ghostborn variant, which I will be using, and maybe you have like so many Cold Hearts built and only one has accuracy, don't care about accuracy on any other one because you just kill the spider. Spider's not gonna get a turn, so just give as much damage as you can in there. That's what I did here for these two. This one is the one that I just built today. She's in Savage plus crit damage. Like I said, this is one of the ones that I have as a perfect example. Over 151 speed, over 70% crit rate, as much crit damage as possible, high attack as well. Attack influences a bit, but not too much. Didn't care about accuracy and anything else. No masteries on this one, no masteries on this one, and the team still works. Like I said, this is not a team for like early game players or maybe mid game players. Maybe for mid game players if you're lucky enough to pull 4 Cold Hearts. If not, this is more, you know, towards people that are like in the late or end game that have been playing for like over a year or maybe 2 years, and they pick themselves several Cold Hearts along the time, and they can build something like this. I don't know. I really like this. This was really fun for me, and you know, I'm definitely gonna be farming that I might not win my group because who knows who knows who I'm gonna have in my group, but I'm definitely gonna go at least for the milestones, if not for a lot more, because we need silver watcher accessories. I definitely need some because I picked myself Nia this week. I also had Duedan that I picked like a week before, so I definitely need accessories for them to be able to test them out and bring up some content with them as well. But talking about content, if you do enjoy my content and if you liked the video that I made today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel to help me, you know, grow this channel as much as possible, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye guys.